Imagine you're in a movie theater. On the first row, some people chewing the popcorn. At your left, they are talking about the movie all the time. At your back, a couple is kissing and punches your seat. And all the time, a man who smells not really good is crossing all the way around because he's going to the toilet all the time. So here's the vampires of attention. They draw your attention from the movie. And the same works for your public speaking, and the same works for your shooting photos and video. Let's find out how to work with them. Let's go. What's good? My name is Oleg Nikitin and you are watching No Limits On, the channel about the privilege of being a freelancer, tips and pieces of advice about motivation, personal growth, some tech aspects and many more. Welcome to the channel. The vampires of attention are everywhere in our everyday life. During meetings, talking, public speaking, shooting video or taking photos. Okay, the first type of vampires of attention is our audio channel. When you hear something that distracts your attention, it can be the internal vampire or the external. The internal vampires of attention is when a person says something in the wrong way, uses too much ums, as, likes and all that stuff. And the external vampires of attention is something around the speaker. For instance, not closed window with cars or planes passing by or some people talking on the back row. I think you would agree that if a person says all the time or says like, kinda, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, it's really distracting. Imagine that you're riding a luxury car on a highway and you enjoy this process, but later on the highway turns into a bad road and you start to be worried about the car more than having a pleasure because of you are riding a great car. The same works for vampires of attention. So how to work with internal vampires of attention in terms of audio? First of all, you have to record yourself on audio or video and then watch it and analyze it. Or you can ask your friends, your family, what distracts their attention during talking to you. After you find those vampires, you can start working with it. For instance, you can work with your pronunciation, make some exercises, or you can add some sanctions to yourself. For instance, if you say too much like, or you know what I'm saying, or I mean, or something else, you can ask your friends to clap every time they hear you say this. And every time you'll understand when they clap, I just said it. And now about the external vampires in terms of audio. First of all, prepare your space. So close the windows, ask people to turn off their phones, or if some people are talking on the back row, you simply keep silence for 2 or 3 seconds. They will understand that they are not correct. In terms of video, it's all the same. You have to cancel all the external noise, close the windows or prepare the space in terms of audio, in terms of echo and all that stuff. And now let's talk about the visual vampires of attention. There's many distracting factors. For instance, clothes, height, weight, pose, or something extraordinary in the appearance and all that stuff. In terms of photo and video, the vampires of attention are everywhere. And we're trying to eliminate them using composition, different interesting angles, or even software to kind of Photoshop them a little bit. So how to work with the vampires of attention in terms of visuals? For the internal visual vampires of attention, it's pretty easy. You have to prepare your wardrobe. So first of all, you have to dress correctly without something very colorful, bright, or something that can distract the attention of a viewer. Also, it goes for the makeup and for your hairstyle, so prepare this first. And in terms of external vampires of attention, you are the boss, so you can close the windows, you can ask people to sit somewhere else not to distract your attention. Also, you can prepare your presentation so it not distracts the attention, but it helps you to tell your story. And the last one is kinesthetic vampires of attention, or the vampires of attention in terms of movement. Can you imagine a professor who is saying like, okay guys, today's lecture is about, and he goes like this all the time and he turns and he goes again. It's very distracting. Or some people that are walking in and out from the class. Or an extremely active gestures. Or too calm and something like not very interesting. Those are all kinesthetic vampires of attention. So how to work with them? First of all, shoot yourself. First of all, you have to record yourself on video and have a look, analyze. It's important to mention that the most informative part of our body is from here to here, so our hands have to be somewhere there. And my piece of advice is to let go your hands. Do not think about the hands, let them do their work and to help you tell your story without some special, activity, something extraordinary, exaggerated. That's not working. and how to work with people that are always coming in and out of a class during your public speaking. So do not put the attention on them. If you pay your attention to them, the audience will do the same. And remember that you can ask people not to go all the time in and out, to wait for at least 15 minutes during your public speaking. So we're moving on to the quote of the episode. Life always distracts our attention. We do not even manage to notice from what. And now the question of the episode. Did you know about the vampires of attention before? Please share in the comment section below your thoughts about it. This was Oleg Nikitin and No Limits On. Take care, guys. Bye.